name is Mzokhona Maxase and our project is Cubic 38. We're all about creating eco-friendly alternatives from waste tires. If you come from the rural areas, you know how to produce floor polish from just candle wax and all that. So that was our starting block. But then from there, we had to develop something more than that. So we just sourced proper chemicals and waxes from suppliers, which then assisted us into creating our shoe polish. It's more about helping the community, so it's not just taking from the community, but also adding value to the community. So as we are creating these products, we are hoping to try reduce the number of waste tires and hopefully create some kind of value chain for waste tires from the community, as we see with other products. So we're not just creating products, but we also want to create products that consumers are able to use on a daily basis that are also not going to harm them in any way, but also try to clean up the environment as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Today, the person who is joining us for this segment is Mzokhona. Mzokhona has produced two environmentally friendly products, a shoe polish and a car tire shine. And the ingredients that he used for those products is based off waste tires. Am I correct?
Yes, Nofisa.
Yeah. So can you just tell us, first of all, who is Mzokhona?
Mzokhona is a young innovative entrepreneur, all the way from Eshushue, KwaZulu-Natal, in a small farming community, which is very much famous for its pineapples. So coming up to Gauteng, when I finally did my tertiary studies at TUT, by the name of Tshwane University of Technology, that's when I was really exposed to the big city life, which then was an eye-opener for me, not being raised in that environment and just seeing how the environment and people were really going against each other. That's then which led me to kind of like starting my business, which is Cubic 38. Yeah, but that's just me. I'm an environmentalist. I really look to innovate in any space that I'm in. I really look to improve businesses, not just within the waste tire space, but overall within the green economy.
So the inspiration behind starting the company, what was the inspiration behind that?
For us, it was a question of why aren't people seeing this waste material, to say, as a potential for income, a potential for growth, and a potential to kind of like expand the growth rates of many poor communities. So as you'd know that cardboard boxes, litter, tins and plastics have worth right now due to the kind of schemes that have been put by the government, but you don't see that kind of developments for waste tires. And waste tires do cause quite a lot of harm to the environment, as we see even worldwide. So it was a question for us to say, why aren't people venturing into the space? Why aren't people taking advantage of such a waste material to produce income for themselves? Which then led us to say, what can we do as young entrepreneurs to kind of like add value to waste tires, but also raise awareness for waste tire problems? Because people don't even know to this day what happens to their waste tires when they actually take them out of the tire fitment center. They think they just disappear. Well, they don't. We have visited a couple of these depots where tires are just being stockpiled. Until when, we don't know, but then which led to us to say, let's develop an end solution for these tires where they can add value to the communities which they are dumped in, and also be a source of income as we are turning them into shoe polish.
So why was it important that your product was eco-friendly?
As we live in this world, it's very important that we live and we try and limit our impact to the environment, because we are going to leave this planet for our grandchildren possibly. So we don't want to leave it. So we don't want to leave it in a worse state than we found it in. But it's also our responsibility to make that change that we really want to see going forward. So which then led us to say, let's try to do something, no matter how small it is, but let's hope that in the future, someone else or we could possibly make it an international thing, that waste tires are a challenge of the past.
At Roots to Resilience, we're not only looking for social entrepreneurs that come up with innovative ways, with green innovative ways, right? But now we are also looking for social entrepreneurs who are also adding some positive impacts to the community at large. And how is Cubic 88 doing that?
So a critical part of our business is also just raising awareness. As you know, people don't really know about the waste challenges until they physically see them in their communities, which we've been privileged to kind of like see them in communities like Tembisa, communities like Soshanguve, communities like Karankuwa that we've personally visited. And we've seen the kind of challenges that waste pose in those environments. And then which said to us, what could we do? We are not scientists or chemical engineers in that space. So which kind of forced us to kind of like look for technical experience, although we've got the good ideas, but we need technical assistance to ensure that your products and your business strategies are one that's sustainable and don't cause further problems for the environment. So which led us to kind of like work with higher education institutions like TUT, Nelson Mandela University, which then kind of like assisted us in the product development and also studying our products, which then could assist us in creating more products and also ensuring that the products that we do have currently don't cause problems for the people that use them and also for the environment, which are very much core to what we're doing.
So how can people support your brand during this difficult pandemic that we're living in?
So people can just hit us up on our social media platforms, inquire about our products, just buy our products. So we've got our shoe polish here.
Yes, I was about to ask actually, do you have it? Oh, nice.
Yes,
so
yes.
much
So this is
better
our
than the photos, yeah.
Yes, yes. So it's got a nice story also at the back on how we started and why we started our product. But really, it's about really supporting us and ensuring that if you buy one of these products, you know that you're assisting in a way to reduce the number of waste tires in the environment. So we really also encourage school children, police officers who wear black shoes on a daily basis to kind of like use our product. So in that way, they know that they're giving back to the environment in some way.
All right. So for one to purchase it, you would have to visit your website. So it's not available yet from a commercial side of things.
Yes, we're still working on our website, but people can just hit us up on our social media platforms, which we've gotten a lot of response from, which is Facebook. It's just Cubic 38's, CUBIC, and then the numerical 38. And then also on Instagram, they can just inbox us for pricing. We deliver to many people around Gauteng, but we really rely on businesses to kind of like who've got a workforce to kind of like buy in bulk from us, and also people who are looking to redistribute our products. We're really looking to heed a call to them to say, stock our products and let's see how we can form some sort of partnership.
So as we're about to wrap up, what advice would you give a young person watching this video right now? Because maybe there might be some who are wanting to start businesses and who don't know how, right? Who don't understand how challenging it might be or where to start, which doors to knock onto. So what advice would you give that young person?
What I'll really tell them to kind of like focus on their passion, what keeps them up at night. Those kind of ideas that really look to change some of the challenges that we have in South Africa, because we've got a lot of social challenges that we have in our communities. So just look around you, look at things that you can really have a bigger impact in. I think there's no bigger purpose than servicing the community that you live in and ensuring that it's of a better quality, especially coming from a township like it's Tembisa, and once living there, you kind of like see some of the challenges that are out there. But it really needs youth like us to kind of like spearhead those social challenges, because our parents kind of like played a bigger role in alleviating us from the change that we had previously. So it's really our challenge as the youth to kind of like assist with the social challenges that we really are faced with, whether it be within the environmental space and economic inclusion for youth, job creation. So it's really in our hands to say what is your passion and focus on that, and then you will never lose in that area.